Toby, we're good. Okay, good afternoon. The Birmingham City Council is calling the joint Budget and Finance Committee meeting and Committee of the Whole meeting to order. It is Monday, November 27th, and the time is 3:45 p.m. Council Abbott, have you had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, ma'am. I move approval.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The minutes have passed. Next is consideration of the consent agenda. Councilor Abbott, do you have any items you'd like to place on consent?
Yes, I would like to place item number 4 on consent and item number 7 on consent.
Okay. So those are items 4 and 7 on consent. Is there a motion?
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those two items have been placed on consent. First item is item number 5. Chief, this is an agreement with Courtney French Broadcasting LLC. The agreement is in the amount of $40,000.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for allowing me to present this item. So this is our third year in this agreement with Courtney French Entertainment Group. So I know that the name sounds kind of familiar, but this is an agreement that we have with the mayor's office with the 94.9, where the mayor hosts his weekly podcast with a standing live broadcast on Saturdays, and allow us to even promote the things that's going on within the city, especially with the different initiatives that we have that the mayor feels fit that we need to let our target audience within the city of Birmingham, which is 74% African American, and then to just try and get the word out. This means of radio advertising for all our different things. So the largest portion of this 14 episodes where the mayor will host and have like a kind of banter type back and forth with the live audience that would just call in and answer any kind of questions that any citizen or any person that's just listening will have this interactive approach to kind of talk to the mayor, kind of like a chat and chew with the mayor, but via the airwaves. So like I said, this is our third year of having this, and we just want to continue doing this and kind of get the word out in means of radio advertising.
Okay. Councilor Abbott, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I wanted to hear about this because I wanted to know if the council is included in that airtime or if this is just exclusively for the mayor, and if there's a number of hours of airtime that we're purchasing.
So this is coming to be funded out of the mayor's office budget. So if the council wanted to add anything to it, we're more than happy to have you negotiate with them, because this is kind of exclusive just for our office, because we're funded out of our budget.
Well, that's good. I just wanted to know. I don't want to be on the radio. I was just curious.
But
And I knew you'd have all the answers.
but I know that in previous times, the mayor has invited council members on the show to speak about things that goes on in their district. So it's always open, but like I said, it's coming out of our budget. But I know that the mayor is amenable to assisting. But if the council on their own, we're more than happy to help in negotiations with that or another agreement that the council can.
Or the mayor can feature a counselor
Sure.
or two.
Up to, yes.
That'd
It's
be nice.
possible. Depending on the topic, I think he has always opened it up for a council member, especially if it's a topic that touches their district, like if it's transportation, of course, as President O'Quinn, or, something that happens in the neighborhood. So.
Okay. Jeff, I thought we had looked into the council getting an agreement with 94.9. Is that still possible?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. Such is still possible. I can say as recent as today, President O'Quinn did inquire around what the council's interest may be. And I think he was unwilling to maybe move on behalf of the council at this time, because he said the prevailing idea was that there needed to be maybe a media package that reached more audiences than just 94.9. So with that, maybe right before transportation is the last information that I have. But to your main point, the council has explored work with 94.9 in the past, and you have made a commitment financially in the past.
Okay. Chief, how many episodes will the mayor do?
This
I
one
can't
will
remember.
include up to 14.
Okay.
And it's called the actual name of it is called the Magic City Spotlight.
Okay, I can't remember how many, okay.
And then this also includes 380 60-second spots, 180 10-second promotional spots, and just live broadcasting and just things that we feel like will be applicable for the public to know.
No, that's a good deal, that's what I was asking, so, okay. Council Abbott, do you have any more questions?
No, that was it. I move approval.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
That agreement passes. Next item is item number 6. This is dealing with the HEAT program.
Representative Sparks.
And this is an amount of 100,000. Hey, Chief. Hey,
Hello,
Judge.
how
How
are
you
you?
doing?
Good afternoon, my name is Andre Sparks, and I'm honored to serve the city as the presiding judge of the municipal court. We have this resolution because we reached what we think is a pretty academic complication on the contract that was written. The appropriation for the Common Ground program is $1 million per annum. The complication is when the contract was written to give the money to the Penny Foundation, it gave the impression that it was $1 million over 3 years. And so we're straightening that out to show that it's $1 million annually as opposed to $1 million for 3 years. And because of that, language confusion, purchasing could not push the contract through. We were simply about to push the money through for the next fiscal year and couldn't do it because we needed to straighten this language out. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Council Abbott.
This is the longest run-on sentence I've ever seen in my life. Can you explain, like, the last point, I don't want to read the whole thing, so what is this funding for the 23-24 fiscal year and for an increase in program funding for the 24-25 fiscal year if appropriated by the city for an amount not to exceed 1% per increase in fiscal year program funding with all services to be performed for the administration of the program budget each year. What does that mean? 1% of what?
Yeah, 1% pertains to the Penny Foundation's administrative fee. It's the admin fee for the Penny Foundation.
Well, that's not what this says.
We'll clean it.
Can we just fix it?
We'll clean it.
I mean, let's just make it understandable by normal, average people
Understood.
who don't know the situation. Because I didn't know the situation, I'm like, what the? So, let's just fix it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in favor of heat, especially right now when it's so cold. But,
Hey, people get angry when it's cold. That's when the crime increases.
yeah. Anyway,
Break-ins
so
and stuff.
I could not fathom what this said, and if y'all will just fix it, okay. I'm good.
Okay, I'm good. Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval with
With corrections.
corrections.
Yes.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, the item passes. Thank you, Judge.
Good.
There isn't any old.
Do you understand?
No, I'm glad we took it off consent.
I just thought maybe it was just me.
No, the next Budget and Finance Committee meeting will be on Monday, December 11th at 3:30 p.m. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Yes, I move that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye. And once again, I apologize to everybody for being late. I just finished my physical